Azimio la Umoja leader Raila Odinga has hit out at U.S. Ambassador to Kenya Meg Whitman over her remarks yesterday concerning last year's general elections. Whitman, in her opening remarks at the devolution conference yesterday, said that last year's general elections was the most free, fair and credible elections in the country's history. Speaking at the devolution conference this afternoon, Raila has called on Whitman to keep off Kenyan affairs. And as Kenya marks 10 years of devolution, Raila stated that as a country, we must congratulate ourselves for having endorsed devolution 13 years ago, adding that in some countries, devolution has achieved in 10 years what the national government has never been able to achieve in 50 years.
Leaders allied to Azimio la Umoja coalition have come out to criticize U.S. Ambassador to Kenya Meg Whitman's remarks concerning the August 2022 elections. Speaking at the official opening of devolution conference in Eldoret yesterday, United States Ambassador Meg Whitman lauded Kenya's August 2022 elections for being recognized as the freest and most credible in the country's history.
I arrived in Kenya days before the August 22 general elections. What I witnessed was nothing short of remarkable. Kenya held what many analysts and commentators say was the freest, fairest, and most credible election in Kenyan history. The elections were observed by international and local election organizations, and the results were upheld by the Kenyan Supreme Court, and power was transferred orderly and peacefully at the time.
Azimio coalition led by Raila Odinga has, however, taken issue with her remarks, condemning international nations in meddling with Kenya's political affairs. Addressing the press in Eldoret, Azimio senators led by Kitui Senator Enoch Wambua lashed out at U.S. Ambassador to Kenya, saying her comments are insensitive and are eroding the little trust the opposition is building through the National Dialogue Conference at the Bomas of Kenya. In his remarks today at the devolution conference, opposition leader Raila Odinga said Kenya is not a U.S. colony and should be left out to handle its internal affairs.
If Mandamano can lead to a dialogue between Ichungwa and Kalonzo, everything is good with Mandamano. Tell the rogue ambassador, Kenya is not United States. Kenya is not a colony of the United States. Keep your mouth shut when you hear. Otherwise, we will call for your recall back to your country.
Meanwhile, as Kenya marks 10 years into devolution, the Azimio chief has asked counties and national government to bring to an end the tug war between them.
In this tug of war, the Commission of Revenue Allocation continues to be ignored, making revenue sharing between national and county governments and among counties uneven and more political than professional.
Raila also took issue with the national government, saying it is undertaking duties of counties. He added that across the 47 counties, the wage bill has become uncontrollable and continues to eat into what should go into development.
Even more worrying is the continuing duplication of functions. More money continues to be spent at Afya House, Kilim House, and Maji House in Nairobi for the roles that are devolved. Today, fertilizers are procured and distributed by the national government. Affordable housing is being conceptualized and implemented by the national government. The government wants to build markets and employ community health workers. All these are devolved functions whose money should be released to the counties.
Alice Diana, Hope TV News Watch.